Since Rishabh is probably not going to talk at all this podcast, just like every other podcast, Rishabh, why don't you give the intro?
Just like every other podcast. How many podcasts are you on, Rishabh? Have you been like
I
two
am
timing
popular.
us? Yeah, you're
I mean,
popular.
every other episode. Jesus.
All right, take it away, Rishabh. Give us our intro.
Welcome back to Stupinionated, guys.
Yo,
We are.
Oh,
This is the podcast where Rishabh doesn't talk at all. Steve's beard is almost
you
back.
denied me, you rat bastard.
Yes, I did deny you. And I feel like my next persona is just gonna be snacking throughout the thing. Cause like, why not, right? The other day I was like, Steve, can I snack during the podcast? And he's like, yeah, for sure. And I feel like now he regrets that decision.
yeah, now I do because I'm extremely hungry right now.
Okay.
I might go grab some milk bickies in the middle of the podcast. So if you don't see me or if you see me quiet for a
Oh, that
while,
was an inside joke. That was an inside joke.
I've been having a recent obsession with milk bickies, guys. I don't know why. Maybe it's because like they were the only biscuits at home, and like I didn't have anything else to eat. I'm like Tom Hanks in that movie, in that island, but if all he had was like a carton of milk bickies. So that's me right now. I've been surviving off
No,
milk
it's because
bickies.
I'm taking I'm taking everything in double meaning right now.
Uh,
You see
It
what I'm
could be an
saying?
outside joke.
I think it
Could
No,
works
be.
both.
actually, it could be just for that one person.
I think it works both ways. Uh, but yeah, guys, Milk Bikkies, definitely a top three. Jim Jam, my number one, honestly, no question, right?
What
You
about
guys?
Choco Fizz?
You remember the
Are
milk bickies
those?
with the cream filling thing?
Oh yeah, with the cream in the middle, the smileys, the
Yes,
smileys,
Oh,
right?
those were the
Those were,
shit.
yeah,
those
those
were
were,
the best.
yeah. Both the regular Milk Bikkies and the smileys are like top three, and Jim Jam's like number one. So, well, I think that just made my ranking complete. Yeah, you know where everything stands, but Chocofills, yeah, you said Chocofills are fun. Is that even like an actual biscuit? Like, would you?
What?
Well,
Why isn't it not? How is that not a biscuit?
nah,
Dude,
I'm
you
messing
heard
with
him.
you, da. ITC,
Jesus.
yeah, you always gotta plug in that
No,
ITC,
I
huh?
mean that's my favorite. That's my favorite, to be honest. It's like it's actually good.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah. Obviously, somebody who works with ITC is gonna be like, yeah, dude, the ITC product's obviously my favorite. I'm serious. I really enjoy
no.
it.
It's not
Like,
gonna help you if you're gonna buy one fucking piece of choco biscuit of Choco Fizz fucking biscuit. But it's just I'm just saying that it's really nice.
well, maybe I'm in the
I don't think
minority.
that we have one episode. I don't think I have one episode where Afan does not mention ITC.
At this point, Afan, you have to sponsor us, da. You have to make ITC sponsor this like podcast. We will put their logo like right next to us if they even
Hey,
want
we
to
put
be.
everything
You
there.
give
We'll put it.
zero fucks about three people talking about random shit, fucking milk biggies and shit. That's not even our company. Jim Jam, they're getting so pissed at me. Anyway, um,
But then Steve will move up
for
the
those who
ranking.
don't know, I don't work for ITC. We do my family business. We sell ITC. We're like a wholesaler, and so that's all. It's really not. I don't work with it. I'm not trying to market it. That's just the family business. So yeah, everything I do is so I'm eating ITC chips,
And
and
ETC,
then I have
ETC.
ITC biscuits, and I smoke ITC cigarettes,
He's
and
wearing
I make
ITC
sure all my
clothes.
friends do the same.
He's wearing ITC clothes, ITC furniture, ITC phone. Do ITCs make phones?
No,
No.
ITC doesn't do any of those three things. Clothes, furniture, and phones. They don't do that.
Right. No. Gotcha. Yeah.
Next thing you know, there's ITC dating apps.
But yeah.
Speaking of dating apps.
No. Let's not
Oh,
speak of dating
dating.
apps.
Okay.
Let's not.
Okay.
Speaking of, no, we're not speaking of. Moving on.
I tried to plug that in so smoothly.
It was such a good
So,
segue, but I am banning it. That is a taboo discussion on Stupinionated podcast. Everything else is fine, but not
Steve
dating
dating
apps.
game.
But no, I actually did want to talk about something a little more serious though. Uh, So we're recording this on Saturday, um, 29th, I think, of
29th of
August.
August.
And yeah, this morning, I think all of us woke up to the news that Chadwick Boseman passed away after a fight with stage 4 colon cancer. So, I
Yeah.
mean, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. So sudden, dude. I mean, I just woke up and it was the first thing I saw. I mean, it just kind of ruined my entire day. But it made me think about him in such a different light, you know? Like knowing that he had cancer all those years and knowing he did all those movies, Civil War onwards, and you know, all the movies that he's done. And he's been such an inspiration to like people who've been, you know, such big fans of Black Panther and who really needed that representation in movies. I think Black Panther did a lot for that, especially for little kids, you know. I think little kids watching Black Panther, I think it might have meant a lot to them to see somebody just like them do all those things on the big screen. So,
It's just very inspiring. I mean, I'm not gonna act like I've seen a lot of his movies. I just saw him in the Black Panther movie and the Marvel
same,
movies.
same, same. Only seen him in the Black Panther movies.
But
No, he did
yeah,
another movie.
he
And
did
I
a
feel
lot
like
of
I
other
saw
movies.
that too.
Yeah,
What
apparently
was
his
it?
other movies are
He's-
really good, and unfortunately, looks like I'll only be watching them a bit too late. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he was but he didn't tell anyone, right?
yeah, that's the
No one
thing. He
knew.
kept it a
He did
secret.
all of that while he was battling cancer. He did all those action sequences while he was battling with
The
cancer.
body, the gaining, weight gaining, the muscle building, the line, learning the lines, the accent, getting the accent, everything ready. When colon cancer is like in the throat, right? Or no?
I actually don't know.
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But no, for real.
I feel like that's thyroid. I don't know.
That's
That's
the
But
I
the
yeah,
think
it's
that's it. But you when you would never have known, right? We would never have known looking at him that he was like you know, going through all this. And I was reading this. Somebody had put it on Twitter. This little excerpt. This guy did an interview with him, and he put an excerpt of it when he passed away to remember him. And it was basically him saying, "So you did Black Panther, and then you did another movie, Marshall, where he had to play like a leaner person, and then he had to go back to Black Panther for, I'm guessing, Infinity War. So he had to like fluctuate his weight a lot. He had to work out, lose weight, work out, and you know, did so he was like, it must have been like, you know, really exhausting. And he was like, yeah, like you have no idea. So he's like, so you really been through the ringer? And he's like, you have no idea. It's been crazy. Like one, he said, one day I'll live to tell the story. So he was going through chemo while he was doing all those, you know, weight loss things and gaining it and all that work. And it's just crazy, you know, it's crazy inspiring. And yeah.
I just saw a lot of photos today of him being in hospitals. I think it's one of the Make-A-Wish things.
Yeah.
And he was there. It was not like he was a selfish actor who just did it for the sake of money. And no, he was there supporting other people as well. He was. I'm just really shocked, I guess.
I mean, he just
no. He even I saw like a video on Instagram the other day. I mean today about he was talking about these kids who were they had cancer and they were waiting for they had met him and you know, like the Make a Wish thing. And they had met him and they were waiting for the Black Panther movie. So they were like we just want to hold on until the Black Panther movie. And unfortunately, they passed away. So in an interview, he's talking about this and he actually breaks down. And then you could see like now it makes sense that you know that it was really like it meant a lot to him and that's why. But he said like once he realized that all those kids were like waiting and trying to hold on just for the Black Panther movie. He's like, now I have to get my ass up and start working, start, you know, learning my lines, getting down the accent, start building muscle, shit like that. And I feel like
he did
no
it.
matter what it is, anything you do, if you have a million haters and you have just one person that you're like changing their life and one person that likes it, then that's more than enough.
Yeah. It's just crazy that, and you know what really annoys me? I have this sinking feeling that if he made his diagnosis public, he may not have played the Black Panther. Like, I don't think they would have given him the job. I think they'd be like, we want to make a large franchise and have this guy in multiple movies, and they just
You
wouldn't have
never
taken the
know.
risk on him. And again, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that's evil or that's wrong. I mean, they're in the money making business and they have to make smart business choices. And I understand that having an actor who, passes away in the middle of production would be a huge issue. Um, so I'm not blaming them. I'm not saying, oh, that's wrong. Again, we don't know. Um, it's just the way it
But because of
is.
the fact
But the fact
that
that he
he
kept
did it,
it, yeah, he kept it hidden and he went and did it, and he did it so well, I think it's just a huge inspiration. Yeah. I
he got
have
three good
this, I
movies out
have
of it.
this
Three
little,
actually both.
you can't see it. Maybe I'll take it down. It's this
Yeah,
Yeah,
little,
take it
take it
down.
on,
Take
take it
it
on,
down,
show it.
Steve.
it's,
Let's do
it's,
it.
it's not Black Panther, but it's the closest thing I have of the movie. It's this thing. I don't know if you can see it.
The
It's a little
Golden Jaguar.
clarity.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You told
Yeah,
us about this.
I know.
It's a Golden Jaguar.
You
I have
guys
one
have
too, but
probably seen it. It's
it's a
Killmonger.
thing.
It's the Michael B. Jordan's character, but I probably should have gotten the Black Panther one in hindsight. I just liked Black and Gold better, but it is what it is.
Who was the artist though?
He's this guy on Instagram. Uh, his name is Raichu Copper. Uh, I don't know if he's still active because a while ago he went like kind of radio silent, and I haven't seen anything from him since. But I did buy this from him like 2 years ago on Instagram. I don't regret it. It's a nice decision. It's framed in my room.
Shout out to Rice Copper.
So, rest in peace to King Chala. And
Yeah.
yeah, I guess. Okay, let's. Can we slowly segue on to
Kind of
something else? Because I feel like
We're just
all of
getting
the
our
very.
fact that you don't know
Our
where the
morale
colon is.
has just dropped to an all-time low talking about this. We feel so drained. You're like, what a day. But
yeah, yeah, that is like
I'm kind of I'm really surprised Afan doesn't know where the colon is.
where is the colon? I don't know. Even Steve doesn't know. Why are you?
no, I think Rishabh
Oh,
knows. I
where?
think he's just waiting for us to tell the wrong answers so that he can like expose us on the podcast. Don't
Yeah,
be like that.
come on. Ashok. Where is it? Where's the
Afan,
colon?
you and your bingo dust covered fingers typing on that keyboard makes me so like I feel so weird looking at your orange fingers touching that keyboard.
No, I wasn't. I was typing with my pinky. That's why, because I don't want to touch the keyboard, obviously, with the. So where's the colon, Rishabh?
I googled two rounds, but I have a computer in front of me.
People on the podcast listening right now are
It's
like,
the
wow,
end.
do all three of these people not know where the colon is?
Three grown up.
You
It's
guys
the
made
end.
a
I think it's
podcast
the end
together
of the
and you
large
don't know
intestine.
where the colon is?
No, I know.
That's like the first step to making a podcast together. You need to know where the colon is. Okay, where is it? No, really.
It's the large intestine.
It's the end of the large intestine.
Yes. I was going to say that. Guys, trust me. I
Uh-huh.
was going to say that.
We
But
know basic
No, but
anatomy.
let's stop right there. Why did Rishabh come and attack me for not knowing where the colon is when he had to fucking Google it himself? And if Steve
I had to
doesn't know where the
confirm.
colon is,
I had to confirm because information, like we said in the previous episode,
knowledge is
could
power.
be easily spread. Yes.
Don't misinform. See, we're not misinforming the people on our podcast. We're being honest. We don't know where the
you just
colon
don't
was
fucking
until 5 seconds ago. But
We're gonna get roasted for this, aren't we?
oh yeah, definitely. Clip it and put it on Twitter, boys. Make us famous. But
So what? It's like I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't know where the colon was.
mm, I don't know about
So
that.
if Steve doesn't
Two out
know,
of
then I'm pretty
two out
sure
of three people don't
I
know
did
what
not
the
take
colon
I
is.
did not take biology in
Bitch,
11th
you
or
know
12th.
the colon. Shut the fuck up.
I knew. I had to confirm.
He had to Google it and he says he knew. I hate these type of people, bro.
Hey, I know. I told you I know it. I just had to confirm.
Rishabh is so passionate about this,
Okay,
his voice is cracking.
That's such bullshit. That's such bullshit because I know Rishabh, and if he did know, when I said it's in the throat, and then when you said I don't know, he would have brought it up. He's like, no, it's
Mata,
fucking not touched
I'm
up.
telling, I didn't want to ruin the moment, but if you see, I would have smiled at your
Oh,
denseness.
what?
What do we
Oh
look like
shit!
now? Sherlock Holmes, like rewinding footage
Exactly.
and all. I'm not gonna rewind
Yeah,
footage
he's
of this. Like,
on.
Who is watching?
Okay.
Rewind to my face. You will see me
this is a subtle
awkwardly
cry for
smile.
help. Rishabh's like, please look at me.
Whoever is
Rewind to my
watching this
face.
is not gonna rewind just to stare at your face for more longer than they have to. Okay, let's go on. Let's let's move on now.
You
Um,
called me beautiful.
I would, yeah, dude. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, a couple of episodes from now, we'd be like, guys, something's happened, and Rishabh will not be joining us for this episode.
oh god. Okay. No. I've been roasting Rishabh for about 4 years
5 years.
now, and I think
4 5 years, yeah. I think he's.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but
I'm used to it.
dude, what a day it's been. Like, I woke up to the news, and the worst part was I have online class at 8:30, and I woke up at 8:35, and like I looked at the news and I was like, damn, I don't even have time to grieve properly. I had to go to Zoom and log in like instantly, and like even on Saturdays, like we have class on Saturdays, and it's just so, about I shout out to the professors who there was this one professor today who just didn't take class. He just didn't, and like he just didn't. He usually sends the link every time. This time he just didn't, and he didn't even tell us if class is happening or not. He just went radio silent on a Saturday. I think even he was like, listen, even I need to relax, okay? And he just didn't take class.
Pretty sure he was asleep
Why do
because
you
it's
have
Saturday
class on
morning.
Saturday?
Why do we have class on a Saturday morning? What do you like? Oh yeah, that's right. You don't go to college, you don't know what college feels like.
Even I've never gone to college in the morning unless it's like for an event.
Yeah, well, I have
Thank
so
God he's here.
oh
People
that
that burn.
you know what really annoys me about you guys, like you art colleges and all that have half day college. No, you guys talk like you don't have time in the day for anything else. Like, oh,
Oh, what?
I maybe not you, but there are people who might be listening to this podcast right now who like, Macha, I don't have time, da. I have college, da. Che, if I had more time, I'd start working out. If I had more, how much more time do you need? You have half day college, like. I have to
Yeah,
like
no, no.
Acha,
Like my dad, when he found out that I was bunking classes and shit, he's like, "You fucking can't even sit for 5 hours." Bencha, 5 घंटा भी बैठ नहीं सकते. He was like, "What?" And that's true, cause like he's like, "What's your attendance?" And I was like, "Ah, it's like what, 60, 70." He's like, 60, 70%. That means you're only sitting for like freaking 3 hours on average.
yeah, and I have to like for me, I know it's
Look
eight
at
hours of
Rishabh thinking, and he's
it's
like, "Wait, 60%? How many hours? You fucking bitch! Look at him."
he's
Acha,
studying CA
I'm
and
like quick maths.
he's like doing math in his head. He's like, I can't
He's
do
like, I
this.
have to
I'm
prove
bad
Aman
at
wrong.
maths.
60% is how many? Fucking.
I'm bad at maths.
Dude,
Easy.
honestly, like you guys have half day college. For me, I know it's 8 hours of class, but it is essentially 12 hours of college because I have to wake up at 5 in the morning to catch my bus and I only get home at 5 in the evening. It is
Yeesh.
12 hours. Okay. And
Bruh.
I'm like, dude, if I could at least, if I had half day college, the things I could achieve in life, I would, I would be Jeff
Sleep.
Bezos of college students. If I had half day college and I could use my time in something else.
Relax,
I
please,
know, I say
relax.
that, but we all know, like, if I had half day college, I would not amount to shit. But, but honestly, yeah, you guys take it for granted. I
No,
swear.
this half day college, I mean, we wake up late. Let me tell you the normal half day college thing. We wake up late, and then I leave the house by 11:30, 12. Actually, sometimes even as early as 10:30. And then I meet up with my friends. We go somewhere. We'll chill. We'll like fucking go smoke hookah or whatever because that's what everyone in Loyola does. And so then we do that, and then we go
Wonderful,
to
wonderful
college if
college
we feel
culture, by
like.
the way. Wonderful college
Dude,
culture.
that's like every college going student, because like that's the place where all
No,
the
no, SSN students
college.
just wake up, cry, and take the bus, okay? Like, I don't know what you're saying.
No, everyone like there's like this huge. I mean, no, I'm sorry, not everyone. Obviously, not every single college person, but like, that's where all the girls from Stella and all the girls from WCC and all the girls from what's the other college nearby?
MOP, yeah?
Nubia.
Yeah. So all these colleges and then Loyola and then everything else that's like in the surrounding area. So everyone has like this sort of like a meeting place.
Damn, that's crazy. You guys are like, all of you like so close to each other. Your colleges, and like you guys would
Yeah,
just
that's what
meet up,
everyone's like. Oh,
and then I'm
dude,
like,
Loyola's not cool.
and I'm like, oh, you want to meet me? Well, can you give me like 3 business days prior notice, and I'll think about it if I can leave college and come find you, because it takes me so
Isn't
long.
Pondicherry closer for you than the city?
Pondicherry is closer to me than like meeting you guys, honestly. I could like
Gee.
just hop over to Pondicherry, just chill for a while, and I still haven't done that. It's been like what? I've spent 3 years in college and I've not done that. That's
Dude, even I've done that. And I went from Loyola to fucking Pondicherry and came back within the same day,
what can I
which was
say, dude?
boring.
Really, you think Pondi is overrated, huh?
I mean, it was boring because we spent half the time driving, and I don't really like driving too much. So
Ah,
that was.
Rishabh, what about you, da?
I've
Like
been to
you don't
Pondi
really.
only for the.
Rishabh, what's life like for you? We realize that you don't really have a college going experience because for those of you who don't know, Rishabh doesn't go to college. He finished 12th and went straight to CA. And he's passed the first two exams, so GG, good for you,
Yeah, so he's starting to be a chartered accountant,
which is
which
crazy.
is crazy to be honest. Yeah,
Full time
but
that too.
he's being worked like a fucking
You can see my books
fool.
just idly sitting over there.
Rishabh, like I know I don't say it too much, but the amount of work you put into it's like a major inspiration. I can't imagine working hours like he does and doing all the things
Oh,
he does.
bro, I can't even bro.
Yeah,
We
he
call
goes.
him
He
Rishabh,
has
like,
half day college. He can't relate to your life at all.
dude. I even Steve's life is like, no way. 5 o'clock every morning, bro.
It is what it
That's
is.
that.
I live at the office.
You used to. I
And then
remember.
work from home is now all the work.
You used to literally spend. Used to live at the tuition center. No, you spent a couple of
Oh
nights there
yeah,
in their hostel, just studying like
the
24
last
seven.
10 days of the exam. Actually, yeah,
That was insane. I remember that
studying
time.
through the day.
Yeah, I remember that time when you were like away for 10 days and you were like studying like crazy. What was it like,
Let's
dude?
not go back. I'm getting PTSD.
Okay, let's not go there then, guys. Let's just. Audience just needs to know. You guys just need to know that Rishabh works like crazy. He puts in the work like none of us do.
Yeah, cause which is weird because back in 11th and 12th, okay, maybe 11th, Rishabh and we had this, we were the same, almost the same. He would study a little bit better than me, but we were like almost average,
But
like,
he
the
used to
same.
get more marks than me.
Yeah, it's like that's what we were like almost the same. And then in 12th he started getting kind of like serious, so he started kind of like, but not that much. Like he was in front of me, but not that much. And so we were like both kind of average. But then he's decided to become a CA, and he just fucking he killed it. He killed it. You killed it, Rishabh.
Yeah, Machan. Insanely proud of you.
I'll treat you guys with something once I pass.
Yeah.
All
When
Wait, so how does it work? Like as soon as you pass, the second he passes, oh he's gone. Okay,
Oh,
he's
that's cool. He's back. Rishabh,
I
can you
think
hear us?
the fact that
Yeah, I think
I
Discord
passed.
like felt Rishabh's like trauma bubbling back up, and they're like, let's just give this guy a break, and they just cut him off the call.
It is center
Take a
north.
breather, man. But yeah,
bro.
dude.
But speaking of people like hearing us what we're talking about, that's crazy.
But
You mean like the fact?
No, okay.
Oh, you mean like Discord spying on us like that?
Yeah, hang on. Let me just put my fucking phone for charge a second. One second.
there are no birds. They are all government drones.
Okay. Yep.
The
There we
pigeons
go.
have cameras in their eyes. The only person who
Yeah.
knows the
So
truth is me and Axel, who hunts them down on site. No
And
government
this bottle of
surveillance in
real
my
fruit
house.
juice.
Honestly,
dude,
dude.
it's okay. Wait. Wait. We're gonna talk. Okay, no. Let's finish about Rishabh's thing. So how
Hey,
does this
interrupt
work,
that.
Rishabh?
Enough, da.
No, I
Rishabh's
just want to know
Rishabh's
how it works.
he doesn't want to talk about his trauma-inducing memories. Just respect
I
that, and we'll move
I
on.
bust my butt for 6 days a week. Let's not talk about it. Actually, seven,
Okay.
but yeah.
But
Oof,
yeah, we were talking
7 days a
about
week.
we were talking about Discord listening in on us. That's crazy. because you know what's happening. Discord
Yeah.
right now. There's probably like some dude listening in on us, like, oh, what are these guys talking about? And then he's like,
No,
and
it's
then he
not,
goes to
dude.
YouTube.
First of all, that's not. I don't think that's how it works. I feel like if someone wanted to, they could get access
Yeah,
and
yeah,
listen
yeah. I
into
was,
this. But the chances of someone actually listening in live, that's fucking low
yeah,
because
yeah.
there's millions and billions of things to be listening in on.
That's just
I
sad.
But
was just exaggerating,
If
but
you
can
have that
you?
as your job profile,
Yeah, your
just
job.
watch random.
No, can you imagine like somebody randomly listening to this, like gets his job, and then like in his spare time he just goes to YouTube and he types in Stupinionated, and he goes to the channel and he starts watching our episodes.
We love you, random stranger.
But yeah,
oh god.
it's true though. They do definitely. I don't know. Discord probably does it. I want to say they do because if you were listening to my last episode, I did say that if a product is free, then you're paying for it with your data. So
Yes, for sure.
yeah, so they're listening in like targeted advertisements. It's crazy. Let me
Yeah,
tell you.
so
Let me tell you. No, like
this is why I wanted to talk about this. Yeah,
yeah,
go on, go
because
on.
so like I was when we decided to make the podcast on Instagram, you messaged in the group chat. No, guys, I think we should make a
Yeah, yeah,
podcast.
yeah, yeah.
On that day, I started getting ads for like courses on how to market your podcast, best podcast mics within your budget. It's so crazy. Like Instagram stories were about podcasts. I was getting like targeted ads on YouTube as well. I mean, it's so blatant at this point that I mean, who did we talk to about the podcast on that day besides ourselves on that group chat that's
We
supposed to?
ourselves weren't sure.
We ourselves weren't sure at that point. It was the day we mentioned the thought of maybe doing a podcast, and we were all for it, but we hadn't started any work towards it yet. And but we were already getting ads for it like on the day. Like it's so blatant, they don't even care anymore. They're like, yeah, we're spying on you, deal with it now, buy our shit. Like that's how it is at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what, because that's the reason I wanted to talk about this. Because so I was talking to a good friend of mine. I was talking to her about I don't even like I don't know how to explain it. How I was talking, I was like, do you ever feel like stagnant? And do you ever feel like there might be some higher calling, or like do you ever feel like, oh, I'm just stuck over here and I maybe there's something, because like what we do and what I do, because like I'm now just fucking selling chips for a living, which is great. Which is like it's nice selling cigarettes, selling chips. It's good, and then the money is good and great. But like at the end of the day, that's all you're doing is just you're just making money. And so I was talking to her about this, like, is there anything other than just making money and then spending money and then making money and then having fun spending it? I love making money and I fucking love spending money. But is there anything more than that? Because at the end of the day, we're all just like running like fucking headless chickens behind fucking bag of cash. So I was talking to her about this. Okay? Literally the next day, or I think maybe it was, no, yeah, I think it was the next day. I got like the Instagram story ads because every three Instagram stories you get an ad.
Yeah, it's by the way
Every
that
three.
rate is ridiculous. I'm sure they've increased it recently.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that. I when it first started out, they're very smart like this. Okay, they maybe put one ad like every 10 stories or something, just to like get you used to it, and then they start increasing the frequency, and you won't notice it. Only yesterday
I
or
did not notice it until you told now.
exactly. Only
Dude, it's
I
yesterday.
didn't.
every three.
Only yeah, guys. Maybe you should go check on your Instagram as well. Go to stories every three. Because yesterday I noticed it. Yesterday, the day before recording this podcast, I was on Instagram and I was going through stories, and dude, yeah, every three. I mean,
Two.
every two. Oh, they didn't. Next thing you know, it's gonna be like two ads and then like one actual story from somebody you know. The ratio
Small
is
fry in the
No,
skewed.
paper
yeah,
package.
so then I get this ad, the story ad. I get the story ad of like some shit. It was like, do you feel stagnant or do you feel like, depressed? And it's stuff like that. Do you feel depressed and shit? I'm not depressed. I'm just like, just like trying to talk to my friend and have a good conversation with a really good friend of mine. And so then I texted her, like I sent her the screenshot. I was like, look, I'm fucking listening in. And she's like, oh my God, that's so creepy. That's so scary. And then at that moment when I was telling her, you guys texted on the group chat, the Stupinionated chat, what should we talk about? So then I was like, personalized ads. And so that's where the thing came from. But now,
Oh,
do we really care? Do I care? Not really. I don't really give a fuck, to be
Yeah,
honest. Okay, if
honestly,
you're
no.
listening into my conversation, I'm not like doing anything illegal, right? So it's like it's okay. Yeah, like what do you get? It's not by privacy. Like someone's gonna go and look at the type of girls I'm texting if I'm flirting with them. No, it doesn't. It's no, it doesn't scare
No,
me.
I think what scares me is like it's not the targeted advertising, because honestly, would I rather see ads for something that has no relation to me, or would I rather see
Exactly.
ads that actually relate to me? Like I would like to see products and discounts of like PC components, because I really want to build a PC, a new one, once I start working. So I get a lot of ads related to, like, I talk about it all the time to Rishabh. Like I keep an eye on the parts, and I'm like, uh, I'm waiting for this, I'm waiting for
we've
that.
been doing this since 10th grade.
Since 10th grade, we've been like, we're gonna get like a really good RGB water cooled PC. But so I get a lot of ads about it, and
Like
that's
from
okay, because I like seeing ads about that stuff rather than something that I have no relation to. So the ads are fine. I think in the end it works good for both of us, because we end up seeing things that we might need. Like the podcast, if we were planning on getting podcast mics, we would have gotten an ad for it before we needed to search for it. That's how it happened. So it's not a bad thing. But what I'm
every day.
concerned about is like where it goes after that, you know because like
Where
Same
will
to
it
that.
go
Yeah.
after? What do you mean?
it could happen, like,
Acha,
look at
because
Minority Report. What do you think happens when life becomes like Minority Report, where they have so much data about us
I haven't seen that movie.
that they're able to profile and say this person is this likely to commit a crime, and then they take action on it before it happens. Um,
Are you
They
like?
pretty much have
uh,
a profile of you, everything you like,
they
everything you
profile
don't
us, right?
like,
So they get
everything you could
fully,
do,
yeah.
the way you think, everything.
Like, okay, so
Okay,
there's this game Watch
first of
Dogs.
all,
You
guys.
know Watch Dogs, right? Watch
Yeah.
Dogs, yeah. So I don't know if you've played, but I've played Watch Dogs, and essentially, for those of you who don't know, Watch Dogs is just this game where you play as this hacker. It's like GTA but with hacking, and you can use your phone to like look at civilians, and when you look at the civilian, it gives you information about them.
Information about them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and sometimes what happens is you can find a civilian, and it'll say likely to commit a crime, and it'll give you a percentage. And if you follow that person, you can see where they're heading to on the way to like that crime, and like the percentage keeps rising. So it's like
Yeah.
profiling
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
using the CCTV footage and like their credit card history, their texts. If they threaten violence against someone, then they get profiled, they get red flagged. If they search for something they shouldn't be, they get threatened, they get profiled. So the thing is, to what point do you take it? Like, I agree, it's good to like flag problematic individuals, but like, how far? Like, where do you draw the line? There is no line. It's so scary to think that a government has all access to your data, and at any point they can change their rules and the way they access it, the way they use it, right? Sure, they could hold.
Yeah.
Okay, I
See,
have one
a lot
example.
of people are
Yeah,
like.
let's let,
I
let,
had a
let's let's
conversation with
let's
my friend
Rishabh
the
let
other
you
day.
know let Rishabh talk, because let's
Yeah.
be
Okay.
honest. Let Rishabh talk.
Stop putting me in the spotlight thing. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. Go on. Say
Yeah,
your one sentence
one
you were gonna say.
example. I am. Shut up.
His voice is cracking.
Yeah,
Da, you're threatening him. You're like,
making me crack my voice. Rat
okay, just
bastard.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing that was really scaring me when I read it was how the game PUBG is there, right? He was talking about how the governments can use our data to like build a profile of us. And it's not possible. I'm not saying this is something that is actually happening, but they could actually. I read an article that they could collect enough data about user tendencies to
Tendencies.
actually tendencies. I I have shut up. I have a bad day.
We all did. Yeah.
Yeah. So they can collect the data about how what your reflexes are and build a digital profile of this population, how they could move, what is their naturally how they are inclined to respond naturally, and then build an AI system in case there is a war. I know, I mean, it doesn't sound really something that will actually happen,
Dude, that's so
But
dumb. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No,
Because moving
you
your
okay,
had
finger.
me, until profiling, because we are definitely getting profiled. Like they're collecting enough data about us to have like a full picture of an individual. And right now, all it seems like it's happening to the general population is just targeted advertising. They use that profile to find out what you're likely to purchase, and they advertise it to you. But maybe like in the defense sector, they use it to like profile potential targets or potential terrorists or things like that, which is good. uh, I just It's a very gray area for me because I don't know where the line is. None of us do. None of us know what's ethical. Up to what point is it allowed? Like, you say you're using it for like the right thing, right? But at what point does it become ethically
the
questionable?
thing is, they say what they're going to use. They say they're going to take this data. We accept.
Yeah, we give our
When you
consent to it.
download an app, and like even if it doesn't require for it to require all this data, if it asks for your contacts, you're still going to give allow for you to download that app. So you still have some
It's not enough
power over
because when
what
you
they say.
think about it,
What does it? No, like, okay, stop thinking about the bigger picture. Is it is it bothering you, or is it like, is there anything that is gonna happen that is like, you know,
it
gonna
does
change the way that you?
it does bother me a little bit. Like I do nowadays, like lately, ever since I've been reading about all this, I've switched to Firefox since it's a lot more security oriented. And
DuckDuck goes even.
I've been using Ubuntu as well a lot more since uh, Windows also tracks you. Like they send diagnostic reports and things like that. Um, and so I've been using Ubuntu a little more. I've been using Firefox more than Chrome. I've always been using Firefox a lot more, but now I've been using like Firefox private searches, even for like regular stuff, like just
What's that?
like incognito tabs basically for Firefox. I've been using
Okay,
them.
Uh,
but do you think that no one's gonna see if
No,
someone wanted to see your
the thing
incognito?
is, I know that even that's not enough. But I'm trying like little steps to like make sure that I'm not freely giving away my information at every second of the day.
Okay, but what is gonna happen? What do you mean? First of all, what do you mean by normal searches? Is what I want to know.
No, no, I'm
What's
saying
a
usually
normal
people when
search?
they associate private tabs with like questionable searches, but I I just use it all the time now for like
Okay,
anything and everything. I just use it.
Okay, I know you're talking about the questionable searches, and I feel like everyone knows what you mean by questionable searches, but everyone
we
knows
all
that
use
everyone does it.
incognito for
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm trying to
no, we
say.
use it for two reasons, either for something really dumb or for something really perverted.
Except I use it for like logging into my college LMS and all. That's, no, really, because I just use like
Rockets.
Firefox for me now. When I click Firefox, by default it opens an incognito tab. That's how I've done it on my phone. So
Okay, but yeah, now let's say someone has access to your fucking search history or whatever the fuck. What's gonna happen, Steve? No one's gonna fucking kill you.
I know, like
Cause you
right now, it's not gonna happen. That's what you're not listening to me. I'm trying to say that right now, it seems like they're just using it for marketing and it's fine and it's not hurting me at the moment. But I'm worried about where they could take it or like where do they draw the line because there is no line. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like the line is what physical harm or something like that. Because as long as you're not,
They
they just have your data. They
manipulate
know
you
what you
into
like. They know what you dislike. They know what you. Yeah, that's basically what. That's basically all they know. They know what you like. They know what you dislike. They know what you talk about. They know your accent. They know your voice. They know fucking everything about you. But they just don't. They've never like met you. Whoever is they.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So are you
Are
comfortable
you
with a
com?
random person you don't know having all this information about you
yeah.
and not knowing what they could do with it?
Afan's got a
What
And
valid
are they
point.
gonna do with
they
the
could
data? They're
manipulate
gonna
you.
sell it to other companies. They're gonna
They
sell
could
it to Google,
manipulate
so
you
Google will give me those
into
ads based on the things that I like. They're gonna give me fucking ads for like fucking footballs and fucking boxing gloves or whatever the fuck. If I like that shit.
Afan subtly flexing. Yeah, guys, I box. I know I don't
No,
look like
I
it,
do.
but
I just watch. I just watch boxing,
about
but I'm saying like shit like that. Like if I like boxing, then they're gonna give me like shit like that. So That's what it is. It's just it
Yes,
doesn't
yeah.
really bother me that
Yeah,
much. Like, okay,
yeah,
take
no,
my
I get it.
data, make your money.
I get it. Yeah, it doesn't even right now in its current state. It doesn't bother me. I'm just thinking like maybe a decade or something, a decade into the future. Like, what does data collection look like? Is like how deep do they go and what they could do
'Cause
with it?
as soon as you buy a phone, if you were like that worried about it, so I was talking to this person the other day, and they were like, uh, "Oh, I have an iPhone, and the reason I have an iPhone is because of security." Like, bro, don't even get me started.
I could see it's coming from so far away.
Bro, they were like, "Oh, they're like, we were fucking first of all arguing about why iPhone and Android is better, and that's an entire, fucking segment by itself." But I'm pretty sure all three of us agree that Android is way
Yeah,
better.
way better.
Yeah, people who know how to use a phone, people who know exactly what they want on the phone, they like Android better than Apple. Because Apple, like, it restricts you. It restricts you so much. It's like they're holding on to you, like,
And
nope,
yeah, and
nope.
the thing is, Apple restricts you because they're like, we want to keep you safe. But the thing is, your data is still
You're not
getting
No.
sold. There's no
You're
diff.
not.
Because as long as you're using social media, it's not like, sure, the phone you're using does matter, like the hardware. But at the end of the day, the apps you're using is like the major source, like your YouTube, your Google searches, your
Instagram, Google, yeah.
yeah, so things like that are what actually generates most of your data, not the phone that you're using. That doesn't actually change like the data that's getting transmitted, you know? Knowledge
Yeah,
is
dude.
power.
So it's stuff like that. And then she was so she goes, what does she say? She's like, yeah, I use Apple
Security.
because so if you have a fucking phone, that itself that goes all your privacy because your phone is basically almost a part of you now. You know what I was thinking? Like decades from now, decades, like maybe 50 years from now or something, when I'm talking to my grandson, grandchildren, grandson, granddaughter, grandchildren, whatever
We get it.
It's sexist bastard.
whatever he or she chooses to identify as. I will, I will,
That's not a joke.
I'll be talking to them and I'll be like, we used to have to do this. We used to have like a flying drone that would take pictures of us, and we used to be able to fly it with our phones. And then they'll look at me and they'll be like, "Oh shit, you had to like touch your phone to use it." Like imagine,
They'd be like,
imagine just
and it's like,
dude, that would be that because that's gonna happen for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you
Did you
already know
see
like
the Neuralink
the
thing, guys?
Neuralink
It
thing.
came out,
Yeah. Elon
bro.
already, he's
I
working on the
don't,
Neuralink
what?
thing. Some like a brain chip. He's
I'm
working on a
confused.
brain chip. And
Yeah, and he had like
Who?
a what is it called? Like a summit? Is it called like a summit or no? It's not. It's like
I don't know.
a
Who and what? I'm so confused.
Elon Musk, dude, he's working on a Neuralink. It's like a brain chip. Have you not seen the meme where like when Elon Musk gives you the brain chip and you're listening to Spotify and you start getting ads directly to your brain? Me and the
What?
band.
yeah. So it's like a thing you cut a part of your freaking skull. Yeah, but
Can
if
you?
people had Android Neuralink, then you could just skip the ads like we do.
Yeah, no.
Just
Can you imagine like just trying to go to bed and you just start hearing me and the band love to go traveling. You're like, oh my god. I
You
would
can't rip it apart
I
on
would
so.
perform a self lobotomy right there. I would just cut off that portion of my brain and put it in the trash can.
no. So they had like a thing today. It was like a conference or like basically like a showcase. Like this is
Yeah.
what it does. This is what we're planning to do and shit like that.
I
And
heard that it
so
was for recruiting purposes. So they currently Neuralinks like their whole division now. I think for Elon, and I don't think it's like part of Tesla or anything like. It's like a separate thing that Elon's doing. So they only have like
Separate,
100
probably separate
employees,
company.
and they were like they wanted to expand. They put it in a pig. They implanted the Neuralink in a pig, and I don't know what they did with it. I think they were just trying to show it's possible. And Elon said something along the lines of, "I could have the Neuralink right now in my brain, and you wouldn't know." Mm, Pretty
It
sure
could
that's
be
a
a robot
bluff
and we don't
because
know.
there's no way he'd put experimental tech in his own. Okay, maybe Elon Musk is
yeah, Elon
definitely
Musk
the type
probably.
of person to put
Elon
experimental
Musk.
tech in his brain. But
Yo, you should have seen the craziest thing is like he was like so guys, this is the new Neuralink thing. I'm really excited to show you guys. this is definitely gonna, and then he pauses, blow your mind. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. So that was
He's
the
gonna
thing.
turn everybody in the world into his own personal suicide squad.
Oh my God.
No, but there's always going to be someone who doesn't have the Neuralink because it's going to cost like what, a couple $1,000 for
Yeah,
sure.
it's
There's
gonna
like
be
a
like a
surgery
it's gonna
and
be
You
like a
need surgery. You need
you
brain surgery,
yeah, you need
right?
brain
no, it's not
surgery.
brains. They just cut a part of your skull, a part of your scalp, and then they take it out and then they put in the Neuralink chip, and it's the same thickness as the skull, and then you can take out the Neuralink, and then you'll be normal. So I mean, like you can take
But
it
that
out
means
means
that
you have to go and get a lobotomy to get it taken out. Problem is you have to charge it. And so imagine it's like a charge.
you're
Yeah,
charged
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. You didn't see
Like
it?
no, I didn't see the summit. So are you telling me like every day in the night like you have to like rest your head against a particular pillow
Plug in.
for like wireless charging or something? I don't understand. How do you
No,
charge it?
it's not wireless. It's like the way you charge your Apple Watch, right? So it's like it's like a magnetic thing. So you have to take like a wire, like a magnetic wire, and just tap, like, and it's like stick it on your head.
Yeah, I
You
don't
don't
know.
For
charge
now,
yourself.
For now,
Just
I'm
plug
sure
in
the
later.
tech will improve eventually, but it's just how far
So
have we
messed up.
gone? I don't know. Even as a computer science student, I should be really excited about this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Kind of
Are we
scares me.
going
no.
too far?
Yeah,
But
but you can apparently they're gonna be like newer versions, like the Neuralink 1, the Neuralink 2, like the fucking iPhone 1, iPhone 2. So
you'll have to
yeah.
get multiple surgeries. Can you imagine people standing in line like they do for the next Apple iPhone? They'll be standing in line at a hospital for the next Neuralink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, for
Oh
sure.
wow,
Actually, dude, that
we
people are
have
gonna do
gone on
this.
for a while. It's
How
been
long has it been?
it's been 46, guessing. Yeah,
Holy shit.
45, 46. Yeah,
Wow.
but we learned a
This
lot.
episode, yeah, I mean, it was informative.
I feel
It
like we
wasn't as
I
weren't.
got
funny as
roasted
last
and
one.
Yeah, I feel
complimented.
like we weren't cracking enough jokes. We weren't making. I feel like the audience, you guys, I hope you didn't feel like we weren't being funny enough. But we did learn a
I
lot.
mean, whoever's still listening to this, like, if there is anyone left,
You'd be surprised
um,
how many people stick to
Knowledge
the
is
end of
power.
our podcast. I look at the analytics. Thank you guys for like
gee,
sticking to the end. You guys are like the uh, guys are the real ones.
he wanted to say something very clever, and then he's like, "You guys, shit, the real one."
We need to have we have to absolutely come up with like a name for the people who watch like
Stupid.
you
Stupid.
know how like Danny Gonzalez calls his fans Greg, and PewDiePie calls his fans the I think he used to call them the 9-year-old army. I don't know what they're called now. So like they have a name for their fan base, right? So we need to have a name for our fan base too, like the 10 people who regularly watch our podcast.
We have a
Um,
fan base.
yeah, we have a fan
They're just
base. It's just like a
they're just
couple of
our
our
close
yeah
friends. They
close
keep
friends.
watching.
Our close friends were like, oh, one more episode. Said, okay, fine, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Yeah, it was good. Good
No, but there
episode.
are a few. No, but there are a few.
There are
There
a
are a
few
few
who
people
like
who
text me at the end.
actually.
Honestly, guys, your support at the end, whenever we release a new episode, your support means the world to us. Your comments mean the
For
world to
real,
us.
dude. Oh, the comments
The
that I
three people
get,
who
the
comment.
text that I get, like, oh, this episode was nice, and then they're like, you can do this for the next episode. Oh, it's the best.
Yeah,
And there are even some friends who were not really that close, like, in terms of like being friends. We met only a few times. We were not like close friends, and they fucking love the podcast, which is amazing. So
so
yeah,
thank you
that's
guys
that's
for the support.
shit.
If you guys like the episode, be sure to share it with your friends. Let them listen to it as well. Uh, get some fresh ears on this. And yeah, like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave a comment. You can DM us, you can follow us on Spotify, do all the things. And thank you
You can
so
add
much.
Steve on Tinder and Bumble.
I don't know if you
I've
can
actually uninstalled Tinder, and I'm in the process of I'm like emotionally reconciling
drain
with myself to uninstall
down
Bumble. So
tired
I'm getting there.
Steve,
slowly
I think I've uninstalled
alone.
Tinder on your phone like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, but this time you have you have uninstalled. You like give me your phone. You took it and you just uninstalled it right in front of me. But Yeah, this time it's
The
gone for
first time
good.
you're like, wait, no, no. And then the second time you're like, okay, I can do it.
That
No, I
day
do
it
it.
is
Whatever.
so
Everybody
disappointing.
knows I'm just gonna reinstall it in a week later, but no, this time it's actually been gone for like a month almost, like 3 weeks, I think, which is like a new record for me, I think. So I'm really proud of that.
Just a new record.
I'm sitting every day. I smash new boundaries, and I am progressing as a human. But yeah, anyway, guys, it's been a bit of a long episode. Thank you guys for sticking around. Share it with your friends, like the video. Text us your, what you thought about the episode, and we will see you next time. Yeah, see you guys. Take care. Stay
Cheers.
safe.